Let me tell you about a wedding where the bride smiled and destroyed everything with her mouth. Not with a scream. Not with a slap. Just words. Calm words. The kind of words that break bones. Yes. I was there. I saw it with my 2 eyes. And up until now, I still feel like it was a dream. You know, in our town, weddings are like festivals. Everybody must show face, whether you were invited or not. Food will flow, drinks will flow, gossip will fly. But nobody, I mean nobody, expected that Amarachi's wedding would turn into something we will still be talking about 1 year later. Let me start from the beginning. Amarachi was a good girl. From childhood. Not those pretend good ones. I mean the real thing. Quiet. Respectful. She never entered trouble. Grew up in a home where her mother sold bread and her father was a mechanic. No silver spoon anywhere, but they raised her with love. I remember her always helping her mother in the evenings. If you passed their house, you'd see her sitting outside, peeling cassava or doing her homework with a lantern. She wasn't loud. She wasn't proud. But she was sharp. And beautiful too. That quiet, soft beauty. Not the loud type girls chase these days. Then one day, she left for the city. University in Enugu. We thought she would change, maybe become one of those girls who forget where they came from. But she didn't. Amarachi came back every Christmas, greeting old women, sweeping the compound, hugging everybody. She had small phone, small wig, and a big heart. Then, in her final year, she brought Kenneth. Now this Kenneth, if charm could kill, we would all be dead. The man was fine. I won't lie. Tall. Fresh. Drove a car that looked like money. He greeted elders with 2 hands. He even joined Amarachi's father in fixing the leaking roof during Christmas. People started saying, Amarachi has found a husband. A real man. But some of us, something didn't sit right. I couldn't place it then. But his eyes were always searching. You know those men who are too smooth? Too perfect. That was Kenneth. But when Amarachi said they were getting married, everybody congratulated her. Who were we to doubt love? The wedding day came. It was big. White tent. Uniformed ushers. Catering from Enugu. Amarachi wore a white lace gown that made some women jealous. Kenneth wore a navy blue suit and dark glasses. People were whispering, this wedding no elite levels. Everything was going well. Music. Dancing. Even the cake looked like it cost somebody's rent. Then came the speeches. The bride's father spoke. Then Kenneth. His own speech made people clap. He said Amarachi was his rock, his light in dark times. Amarachi smiled like she believed every word. Then, she took the mic. You see, if Amarachi had shouted, we might have thought it was madness. If she had cried, we might have assumed heartbreak. But what made it worse was how calm she was. She started by saying thank you to the guest. Then she turned to Kenneth, smiled sweetly and said, I want to say thank you to my husband. For loving me. For making me feel like the only woman in his life. People clapped. Then she continued, but I also want to thank the woman who shared him with me. The one who has been warming his bed for the past 3 years. The clapping stopped. Just like that. Amarachi raised her hand and pointed to the back of the hall. Ngozi, please stand up. A woman stood up slowly. She wore green lace and heavy makeup. She looked confused. Like she thought she was invisible until that moment. "Yes," Amarachi said. "That's her. My husband's other wife. The one he loves in secret." Gasps filled the hall. Someone dropped a glass. Kenneth stood frozen like a tree in Hamilton. Then Amarachi said the words I never forget. "I found the messages. I found the hotel receipts. I heard the voice notes. I know about the pregnancy scare. I know everything. And I decided to wait till today, because this is the last time I will ever wear a dress for a man." The hall went mad. People shouted. Some tried to grab the mic from her. But Amarachi wasn't done. She had printed screenshots. She had recordings. She had evidence, my brother. She even played one where Kenneth was telling Ngozi, "This wedding is just for show. After it, you're still my baby." Ngozi ran out. Kenneth sat down, holding his head. Amarachi didn't cry. She didn't even raise her voice. When she was done, she dropped the mic, removed her veil, and walked out. No drama. No tears. That was the last time I saw her. Now let me tell you what happened after. But before I continue, let me ask you. If it were you, would you have done the same?